so I know the words of the national anthem. Can I just mouth it? All right, I'll just do that. All right, thank you, everybody. Thank you. We're ready to begin. Now, this is obviously a very, very exciting time for me personally as I get ready to take charge of my first games in international management with Wales. And hopefully the first games of a long and successful spell here with the national team. Now, do we have any questions? Yeah. Ep13, the Welsh reporter. How do you feel starting away to Croatia? Yeah, look, I mean, I think there was definitely easier games we could have got first up, and I would certainly have loved a couple of friendlies to be able to have a look at the players, but, this is the hand we've been dealt, and I'm confident we'll give a good account of ourselves. You have picked 8 uncapped players, and none of your strikers have played for Wales. Yeah, look, I mean, I've picked the guys that I think deserve to be here, and a couple that are making noise about wanting to play for England, so obviously we can't stand for that. If the previous manager didn't rate these guys, then that's really something you're going to have to ask him about, unfortunately. Hi guys, I'm Aussie and welcome to Season 13, Episode 13, there's good omens for you, isn't it? Of The Impossible Dream with Bala Town, but today we put Bala Town to one side and we take our first game, maybe more than one, of the Welsh national team. So we're going to start by having a quick look at the squad we've picked, and before that, the country as a whole. So we're ranked 31st in the world right now. We have been higher in recent times, but looks like we've kind of, in recent times anyway, sort of never really got above sort of mid-20s. So that's where the country stands. But the big question is, we've had our first ever squad announcement, and well, let's have a look at the team that we've picked. Now, there are 8 uncapped players in the team, but we'll go through and have a look at everybody because we're not going to recognise too many of these names. So the goalkeepers. James Williams, I think, is our first choice. He's a Portsmouth player, an emergency backup there, so I think he's the first choice goalkeeper. The other 2 keepers in the squad, we've got Alex Dale of Nottingham Forest. I don't like the eccentricity of 19, if I'm honest, and positioning of 9. It doesn't seem like it's a good combination, but he's probably the second choice. And third choice is Charlie Price of West Brom, who, I mean, they're all solid enough, but they're not really top quality, are they? Now, top quality is definitely our right back, James Gwynedd. He's at Manchester City. He is an absolute star. I've been trying to sign this guy for a long, long time, but obviously that's not going to happen for us now. So he is one of the stars of the team. 52 caps as well already. Owen Proser. This is one of the newly capped guys, a 19-year-old on loan from Birmingham. He is a right back. He is the backup right back. And potentially, I think he could be quite decent as well. So, yeah, looking forward to getting him underway in the Welsh team. Then we have the experience. And I think these guys, we might recognise the names. Joe Roden at Norwich. He is one of the centre-backs. 34 now, 123 caps for him. The other 2 centre-back, 2 familiar names here. Chris Mepham. He's at Bournemouth. He has 127 caps. So he's still around, as is Ethan Mpadu. I'm sure I've mispronounced that. Only 31. Of course, he is very young in real life, but 113 caps. He's at Brighton, and he is another of the familiar names. Now, an uncapped player who's going to be a familiar name is John Gurke. We've called him into the squad. I think he's just as good as anybody else, and I do want to start and get some wags into the Welsh national team. So he's been called in uncapped. I don't know if he'll get a cap against Croatia, to be honest, but we'll see how we go. Another name we will be familiar with is Ben Williams. He is 32 now, only 24 caps, but he's solid at left back, so he's been called in. And we've got an uncapped man in front of him who will get his first cap today, Sari Hughes at Wolves. Very, very good. Unambitious, which isn't ideal, but only 21, and hopefully he's going to have a long career at left back for us. The midfield. Gary Grant from Cardiff, 24, 10 caps. He comes in, good passing, good vision, good teamwork. I'm hoping he's going to be a nice little playmaker for us, to be honest, but we'll see how he gets on. Next up, he's going to be a wide right player. The right winger is Matt Jones, 23, 17 caps, 4 goals. He's from West Brom. Good crossing, good dribbling, and good physicals as well, pacey. So I like that. So hopefully he'll have a good time for us. Brett Brewerton comes in, 20 caps, of course, one of our players. He does it in the Champions League, just sit in front of that back 4 and does a good job. So I'm hoping he's going to do a similar role for Wales, to be honest. So he gets to start in this one, 20 caps, no goals, as I said. Alan Norman, 3 caps, 1 goal. He is, where is he? I'm not sure where he is. It's Girona right now. He's going to Clermont Foot in France. Just solid, basically. I think he might even be able to cover left back for us, but he's just sort of he's there because he's there, basically. Ken Buckley is, of course, a familiar name for us. 3 caps, 1 goal for him. He's going to get the start today as well as a Mazzella. We'll see how he goes in that role, but he's a very, very good player, isn't he? So he comes in. Reece Prengley, also from Birmingham. Watch with the Welsh players at Birmingham. 18 years old, uncapped. The main reason we've called this guy in is that he is threatening to play for England. And we can see that potentially he is quite good, so we don't want to lose him. So we'll try and just give him a cap, even if it's sort of the last minute of the game, and just tie him to Wales for this one. Another uncapped player, left winger. Left wing is not a strength for Wales right now, but Sean Bates, he comes in really good physically, decent dribbling, decent crossing. So he's going to be our left winger, as I said, uncapped, currently playing in France, so we'll just see how he goes. Harry Wilson, he is retiring at the end of the year, but he's in the squad because I think he might have that little bit of X factor if we just kind of stick him up in a number 10 role. He's got good free kick taking, good corners, so if we're desperate, we'll bring him on to play as a number 10. As I said, 135 caps, 28 goals for him. David Thomas, now we had him on loan. You may remember the name for a season from Swansea, but he has 12 caps, 2 goals. He's the backup right winger. Playing in MLS right now, so that's kind of him. And then we come to our strikers, and we have 3 uncapped strikers. Alan Hall, I think one of these guys is threatening to go to England as well, but Alan Hall from Villa, as I said, uncapped. He's got really good finishing. He's physically quite well-rounded, so we're hoping he's going to take chances for us. He's 21, so it's time for him to sort of see if he's going to develop for us. Oliver Weaver from Manchester United. Again, quite a good striker, good teamwork, which I like as well, but pacey, decent enough finishing, so hopefully he'll come off for us. He's got a little bit of a knock for this one, so he's probably not going to quite make it. I was hoping he would. And the other one is Adi Hart, again from Aston Villa. We had to even out the numbers of Villa and Birmingham players. That's the main reason there. But again, he's uncapped. He's 19. He's a promising striker, and he might be the one that's threatening to go to England, I think. So yeah, that is Adi Hart, and that is our Welsh squad for this one. Let me know what you think of the team in the comments. As I said, there's a lot of uncapped players there, a little bit of experience, but yeah, it just kind of is what it is a little bit. Now, before we get to our game against Croatia, it's a playoff semi-final. If we win it, there will be a final as well today. But we do need to get to back to Bala Town, putting our Bala Town hats back on for a second. We do need to have a look at the Welsh Player of the Year. Bala Town nominees for Viewers Player of the Year. So let's go see who's been nominated and who you can vote for. Okay, Viewers Player of the Year, nomination time. Now, thank everybody who did nominate players. The way that this has worked is there was one player that had 2 nominations, and then a bunch of others that had 1. So of the players that had 1, we've taken the guys with the highest average match rating to give us our 4 nominees for this season's award. Now, first up, the left back, Harry Montgomery. He has been nominated. He has 4 goals, 3 assists, and an average match rating of 7.46. Good season from Harry there. The second nominee is Joel Tonney, the centre-back. He had 1 goal, 0 assists, and an average match rating of 7.38 this year, but he was quite good, wasn't he? A bit of a tower of strength at the back. Third nominee, not quite as good as last year, but Marcus Wade still had a wonderful, wonderful season. 12 goals, 14 assists, and an average match rating of 7.91. And the final nominee is Tommy Williamson, 12 goals, 6 assists, and an average match rating of 7.54 for him. Now, as ever, there's a link down in the description. If you go click on that, that'll take you to a straw poll. Vote for who you want or who you think has been our best player this season, and we'll announce the winner in next episode's end of season awards. Alright, and this brings us to our first game in charge. We are away to Croatia. It's a ridiculously tough. Look at some of the other nations that are in this. We could have got like a Cyprus or a Georgia or a Kazakhstan or a Finland. And instead of that, we've got away to Croatia, which just seems harsh, doesn't it? We don't know too much about them. We know that they're the favourites for the game, which is not ideal. We have a quick look here. We don't know, as you can see, too much about them. We're expecting them to come out in this sort of formation, vertical tiki-taka, but again, we just don't know, which is, as I said, never ever ideal. But let's have a look at the team that we are sending out for our first ever game in charge of Wales. So it's James Williams as the goalkeeper. It's Hughes. I just showed you these guys. We'll have another quick look so you can familiarise yourself with our team. It is Seri Hughes making his debut at left back. All experience in the centre of our defence with Chris Mepham and with Ampadu in there, 2 ball players. And Gwynedd, the absolute star of the team at right back. It is Brewerton going as the deep-lying playmaker. In midfield, a little bit further, we've got Grant. Again, I'm hoping he's going to be a good playmaker for us with that passing and vision. And it's Buckley going as the Mazzella in this one. We are struggling a little bit in midfield for players that aren't just sort of playmaking players, which isn't bad for midfield, but I do want somebody to try and get forward a little bit for us. Jones is going to be our right winger. Good pace out there. Good pace out on the left as well with Cian Bates making his debut. And up top, it is Alan Hall, again, making his debut. A good finisher. Let's hope if he gets a chance, he just tucks it away for us. Oh, what the hell is this green that we're wearing? Anyway, that is, will glow in the dark. If the lights go out, never mind. We'll be able to keep playing with that green. So they are lining up as we were more or less expecting from them. We do have one of our boys in their opposition. Susnik is being picked by them. So it's a familiar face for us as well in the opposition lineup. But what do we say to this? It's our first game. Venables, of course, remember, is our assistant manager. There's no real pressure on us here. So let's go with that. Some calm, we have faith. And boys, let's get out there. Let's do it for Wales. All right, Anthem's playing. And, well, this is huge, isn't it? This is huge. Come on, boys, come on. Yeah, I really wish we'd had a friendly or something just to sort of have a look at some players. But obviously, we didn't get that. But we'll just see how we do. We'll just see how we do. It's not too bad in terms of possession so far, but not much in terms of highlights. Gwynedd has got himself a booking at right back. That's not ideal. Yeah, I mean, international football is obviously a little bit more boring. I mean, I guess this is fine. We've just got to win. We've just got to win. But not too much has happened there. It is, let's say, a slow burner as our first game in charge of Wales. Cyprus is 2-0 up over Montenegro. Yeah, I mean, we haven't created too much there, have we? I don't know. Their efforts are excellent, Mr. Venables. Let's say not good enough. Try and fire him up a little bit. We need some sort of reaction after that, don't we? All right, what can we do here? What can we do? Let's try exploit the middle. We've gone more disciplined because it says they were highly structured, so I don't think being expressive is going to help us too much in that sense. Yeah, so we'll do that. I wonder if we lower the tempo down a little bit. Let's try that. And yeah, we'll try that and see if that works for us. We need obviously something to get going here for us. Bates isn't having a great debut. We don't really have another left-sided player, to be honest. We're a little bit struggling in that position. But he's, I think, sufficiently probably having a nightmare at this point that we might need to change something. Let's take it off pass ball into space. And try that. And, all right, we need to try something, don't we? So let's get Harry Wilson out there on the left-hand side. Let's try that. Advanced playmaker. Let's try him as a winger. I don't like him as a winger necessarily because he's the slowest man on earth, but that just kind of is what it is, isn't it? Everybody else, no one else is doing particularly poorly. So let's just try that. See if we get a little bit of quality with Wilson on the field. The veteran winger comes on. Ball forward. We've won that. Okay, this is a chance. Early ball forward. Wilson has it. Come on, Harry. It's a penalty. Is it a penalty? Oh, it looks ridiculously harsh, but it has been given. And who is going to take it? It's Harry Wilson. Come on, mate. Come on. Get in. Go on, boys. It's 1-0 to Wales. Wonderful stuff. Harry Wilson with the goal just off the bench. We'll tell him to concentrate. In the 70th minute, it's Croatia 0. It's Wales 1. And as things stand, we have one more game because we have a playoff final to get into the Euros proper. Wonderful, wonderful stuff from Wales. And what's happening now? We've got another free kick. It's Gwynedd to take it. He goes it early over the top there for Jones. Can Jones pull it back? Jones is there for... Oh, and Alan Hall gets a goal on debut. It's 2-0 to Wales. The quickfire 1-2. And it is Croatia 0. It's Wales 2. And what a start this is. What a start this is. A quickly taken free kick. Matt Jones straight at the goalkeeper. Hall couldn't miss. It's a debut goal for the youngster. And, well, there you go. Wonderful, wonderful stuff. And before we get too carried away here, it's away by Gwynedd. All right, let's get him on the break. Let's wrap this thing up. Here goes Jones again. Streaming forward. Look at all these Welsh players. Can Jones pick out one of them? Hall's in the middle. He goes to the byline. It's blocked away. It's there. It's back for Buckley. And Kenny Buckley gets himself a goal. And that is that. It's a wonderful second half. Ken Buckley, the Bala Town youngster, makes it 3-0, and Wales have exploded with 3 goals in 4 minutes. Wonderful stuff. Matt Jones showed composure, picked out Buckley, have some of that. And let's make some subs and get some of these players tied to Wales now. Wonderful, wonderful performance this has been. All right, where are we? Make subs. I need to check if this is the guy. I think he's the one that is threatening to go to... I'm going to check that, actually. I know it's Prengley. So let's get Prengley on for Buckley. He can play as a Mazzella, can't he? Sure. So let's get him on to make a debut, and then I just want to check. Free kick, and goalkeeper makes a decent save. I just want to make sure I'm not bringing on the wrong striker. So there's that change. A promising midfielder on for another promising midfielder. Corner comes in. It's again headed away by Brewerton. Gwynedd completes the clearance. It's there for Matty Jones. He has been an absolute star out there on the right. And let's just quickly pause this and make sure, is it Hart that is potentially English? Yes, it is. So let's get that English right out of you, mate, and get you on the field for Hall, who has his debut goal. Weaver, was he English as well? Was he potentially English? Yes, he is. So knock or no knock. Let's. Oh no, we've made all our subs, haven't we? 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So never mind. We'll get you on in the next one. Maybe we should have capped him actually because he's potentially the better player. But we need a Villa player on the field, don't we? We can't have more Birmingham players on the field than Villa players. That would be outrageous. All right, boys, let's give them some praise. And we have dispatched Croatia wonderfully well. We are going to have one more game, and it's going to be a playoff to try and get into the Euros. Excellent stuff. We've got one last highlight, though. They're not scoring 3 goals in 20 seconds. And let's see what we can do here. Can we dream of a fourth? Here we go with Jones again. Can he slip a pass in? It's tackled away. Croatia lump it forward. That's all they've got. They've got 3 men up there. This is not looking particularly good, and it's a horrible miss just to round off a miserable day for Croatia. And that should be that. There it is. Wonderful stuff by Wales. A fantastic victory. Wilson, Hall, and Buckley. Look at that. 3 goals in 5 minutes. And that is absolutely superb, boys. Well done. So superior finishing provides cutting edge for Wales. We've won the semi-final. Buckley on form. Wonderful stuff from him. Dale is delighted with the victory over Croatia. That's our goal. Is that one of the goalkeepers, I think, isn't it, Dale? Backup goalkeeper, yeah. So that's fantastic. Can we bet on the victory? Squad reacts. Oh, you should be reacting positively to that. The manager is disappointed at a humbling defeat. And Leighton Orient's manager is looking at James Williams. Okay. Is that his player, maybe? Anyway, doesn't matter. We have one more game to come. It's the final. I don't know who it's against yet, but we'll find out in a second. Alright, welcome back, and it is Russia. We're away from home again, which seems ridiculously harsh, but they are ranked 49th in the world, which means they are ranked behind us. Maybe that's why they've got the home ground advantage. This is absolutely huge. This is us with a summer tournament, which would be exciting to say the least. But let's have a quick look at what we're up against here. We're not the favourites for this one. They are a Stanislav Checheskov coached team. Not a particularly good motivator, but otherwise fine, I suppose. Unfortunately, I don't think I have data analysis in Wales because we don't know really anything about them, which is not ideal. What we do know is that they're wing play in direct. So yeah, that is what it is. This is a team we're sending out. For the most part, we're sticking with the team that got the job done in Croatia. So it's James Williams in goal. It's a huge Mepam, Empadu, and Gwynedd as the back four. Gwynedd is not ideally situated in terms of fitness, but we'll get what we can out of him. Brewerton, Prengley comes in for this one. The main reason for that is that Grant is only 78 match with fitness, so he's not going to last 90 minutes. So he comes in to partner Buckley in midfield. Jones and Bates will give him another chance out wide. Hall continues up top. Oh, let's see if we can make these Euros. All right, and here we go again. Lined up as expected. It's very similar to the way Croatia played against us, formation-wise anyway, so let's hope that works for us. And what do we say to this? Expect to pick up where they left off is what Venables says. Where the underdog suits us down to the ground. Let's go with that. Some calm, we have faith. Just try and keep the pressure off of them as much as possible. And here we go again. Here we go again. Come on, Wales. Come on, boys. Come on. I mean, we were definitely much better in the second half of the last game, weren't we? I can't remember what I did. I probably should have gone back and checked. We'll give it a get creative. Now, we're in that black and green, aren't we, here? This is the first time we've seen ourselves really under pressure defensively, and that has gone over the bar. And maybe an ever so slight let-off there for us. Here we go. Gwynedd over a free kick. Infield there to Brewerton. Brewerton to Prengley. Prengley gets it wide, looking and finding Hughes. Can he get a cross in? He can. Back post, it's there, it's down. It's Buckley over the bar. Oh, that was a decent chance as well. Buckley couldn't keep his chance down. Let's give it a demand more and see what we can do here. If they're wing play, I'm wondering if we want to try and counter that and maybe go through the middle. If they're looking to play wide, chances are if we can win the ball back that they will be wide and there might be space through the middle of the park for us. Here we go with a throw deep in our own half. Hughes gets it in there for, what's his face? The youngster on the left wing there. Can't think of his name. Oh, it's a risky pass. Buckley does wonderfully well to keep possession and then gives it away with a pointless ball forward. We go and try and close them down. Come on, boys. Can we get this back? That looked like it took a knock. It's still fallen for Russia, though. Can we get a block in here? Oh, I don't like the way this game is going. And there it is. Russia have taken the lead. This doesn't feel like it's going quite as well as the last one, does it? Let's give it a concentrate. Akimov did well, held up the ball, crossed to the back post, and header just back where it came from. Goalkeeper couldn't get his feet sorted out, and it's 1-0 to Russia. All right, boys, this is where we show what we're made of. Come on, we've got a lot of bookings here as well. Let's just see if we can get to half-time and reevaluate things. Yeah, that's not ideal. That's not ideal. What do we say to that? Let's go and assertive, expect better. Let's see what we can do. All right, we're going to try playing with a little bit more width here and see if that gives us anything. Russian goal kick. Can we win this back, please, boys? Bates hasn't got himself sent off there, has he? That makes life difficult, doesn't it? And we need a goal as well. Oh, he's not made himself a fan's favourite there, has he? We might need to have a rethink about how we get the best out of him. All right, so I think Harry Wilson has to come on. Let's take Prengley off. We'll stick Wilson out there as an advanced. We'll play him as his advanced playmaker. Let's leave Brewerton there. Hopefully, it won't give Buckley with too much to do, but he still has a little bit of support. So, yeah, get creative, boys. Come on, another booking. Another Russian goal kick. Can we win this? What can we do? What can we do? Oh, it was looking so good after that Croatia game, and are we going to fall just short of the Euros at the end of the day here? Come on, boys, put a bit of pressure on. Can we go and win this back? I mean, a little bit too, this is the problem with not, as I make my excuses now, with not having the friendlies to have a look, I hadn't seen Sion Bates play there before. We could maybe have figured out that we needed a different role for him if we'd been able to play a friendly. Rush is just sort of taunting us a little bit at the edge of the area. Can we get something going here? Oh, it's over the bar. It's fine. No pressure, boys. No pressure. Come on. We've only made one sub. Jones is not having the game he had in the first one. Just got a feeling on Ollie Weaver. Ollie Weaver on the right as an inside forward. Let's try that. We'll keep getting. We have to try, don't we? Get wing backs forward. Maybe Hughes isn't having a great game. Let's maybe get Ben Williams on there. See if he can roll back the years for us, and that'll be our 3 subs. So these boys have to get it done for us now. Here we go. Wilson over a free kick. It's decent. It's a penalty, is it? Oh, no, it's headed away. And are we going to get done on the break? We've got a lot of men forward. We don't have as many back. We had to gamble. And I don't like where this is headed. A lot of red shirts in the box. Oh, it's a penalty. It's Buckley that's given it away. I think it was Buckley. And Ken Williams keep us in the game. No, it was so close. And that is probably that. Play for set pieces. Just get the ball in. What else can we do? Oh, it all went right against Croatia, and it's all gone wrong. He's right there. He's right there, Williams. And it's all gone wrong against Russia. Can we get something? Anything. Come on, boys. Very attacking. Can we get a lifeline back in this game? It doesn't look like we can. Harry Wilson does not bow out at the Euros. Wales is not going to the Euros. We have lost 2-0 in Russia. And it just never got going for us, did it? It never got going. I'm disappointed, boys. That was not good. So there we go. Russia eased to victory. It was just so disappointing. It really, really was. Bates is banned for a game. I don't think he'll be playing the next one anyway, to be honest. So no surprises. They react negatively, which is a bit of a shame. And yeah. The rest are pleased that they've decided to allow you to remain in charge, but warned that unless performances improve, they will be searching for a replacement. I mean, it wasn't too bad for a first attempt. It was far from ideal. Having to come in without any actual games to play. But that is it. We are out of the Euros. We will not be going to a summer tournament, which would have been a surprise, let's face it. But yeah, there we go. Guys, if you have enjoyed that, please do hit thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. And let me know what you think. Is there a different way we could play? I think it was... yeah. We'll get better, obviously. Well, hopefully, anyway. But yeah, we'll be back anyway. We'll be back next time. We'll get back onto the Bala horse. What do we have coming up with Bala Town? We have basically the end of the season, whether it be a Welsh Cup final or whether it be the final game against Aberystwyth Town. That will be next episode, the final game of the Bala Town season. Don't forget to go and vote for your player of the viewers nomination. Don't forget to go and vote for your player. Just go and vote. Go and vote. Link down below. You know what I mean. And we'll announce the winner next episode in our end of season awards. So until then, guys, I've been Aussieville, and thank you so much for watching. Take care.